Today we go over PFPs, or pitcher's fielding practice. Hey, what's going on, fellas? Matt tonight here. How you doing? Um, so I was asked to kind of go over what we do at practice, um, specifically PFPs, or pitcher's fielding practice. And so I took a little video here. I actually haven't checked this out yet. This is my first time watching it. And so we're gonna just kind of play through here, and hopefully my camera picked up what we needed. Um, we'll do PFPs every day. And so the volume of PFPs depends upon, if we just played, if we're going to play the next day, how our pitcher's arms are feeling, all that stuff. So I'll kind of get right through this here, and we'll just kind of walk you through. So what we start off with is just a little bunt. We'll go, I think this day we did 2 bunts for each pitcher. So I'll go basically a bunt for hit or a sacrifice bunt to the left side here. And so they'll bounce off, they're going to attack the ball, and they're going to break it down, collect themselves, field it under control, set their feet, make a good strong throw. So we're trying to go as much of game speed as we can. So I want to stay on my legs. I want to get into a good fielding position. And again, most of our pitchers are, actually not most of them, every single pitcher on our staff is a pitcher only. So after we do that, then we'll go bunts to the other side. Again, while we're doing this, our catchers are usually helping me out here. So after we field the ball and throw to first, our first baseman will give a feed to our catcher. Well, we've got 3 of them, and then they're going to feed me the ball. So we've got like a little line going on over there. We've got our infielders. Usually they'll go through a quick hands routine. Right now, our second basemen are just playing a little catch. They're just trying to stay busy, I think, because in a second they're going to get involved with the PFPs. So again, we're going. You see our outfielders are out there working. They're getting fly balls. And then our third basemen are doing picks, and they'll be involved in a minute too. So we always start off here with bunts. And then once we get through that, we'll be done here in a second with bunts. And they want to attack the ball. I think coach was just telling one of our guys to attack the ball and then break it down, make sure that we're under control. After we do that, then I'm going to work some get overs. So we're going to work a little 3-1. So I try to start the guys off with some underhand feeds. I'll go right at the first baseman. There was a little short hop there. Again, as we're getting over, we're trying to get, again, depending on what level you're at, depending on the speed of the runner, as you move up in levels, you have to take a little bit of a sharper angle. Here now I mix in our second baseman. So I'll hit it to our second baseman. We'll work on feeding it from the second baseman to the pitcher. Those balls that are kind of in between, you get those balls that are in between the first baseman and second baseman. First baseman goes over to make the play, can't get there. Second baseman's going to field it, and that actually comes up more often than you would think. We've done it a couple times this year in games. We've done it successfully, every time. So we work on those every day. So I'm just first round through with all the pitchers. I'm just mixing it up between first baseman and second baseman. And then I start hitting some choppers. So now we've gone through once with everybody. Now I'll try to hit some balls that are kind of in no man's land. I'll hit some choppers where the first baseman's got to get it. Sometimes the pitcher will come cut across, and if he can get it, he'll take it, and he'll take the bag. And just trying to mix it up and trying to cover all the balls that we could possibly get over there. And I might mix in a few balls back to the second baseman. So again, our angle to as the pitcher is pretty direct. We want to get up the line a little bit, but we don't do this big banana where we're getting way over here and then getting up the line, just because once the runners are, you get a little bit older and the runners get pretty quick, you've got to be a little more direct, or the runner will beat the pitcher to the mound or to the bag. And so we're pretty direct, and then we're trying to get up the line, trying to stay in fair territory. We're going to hit the bag, and we're going to turn quickly, um, because there could be men on base. After that, then we go 1-6-3s, and we mix that in with our second baseman also. And so, fungo ball back to the pitcher. We'll work on giving good feeds to the middle guys, always making sure of one first. And so most important is to get that lead guy and then let the middle infielder finish the double play. All right, so we're always making sure that we know who has the bag. And right there we threw a ball in center. If we bobble a ball, right there we tried to go too quick. So if we bobble a ball, we're going to reset our feet, and we're going to get the out at first base. So first round here, our middle infielder kind of just staying on the bag to receive the throw, and then, next round we have them push back and play more realistic where, because that's what I'm telling them right now, is telling them to get off the bag. I like to try to get the middle infielders to be more realistic, because they're not going to be standing on the bag a lot of the times, but sometimes, after you do this a bunch of times, the middle guys kind of get a little lazy with it, and they'll just start creeping closer and closer and closer, and before you know it, they're on the bag. And so you want to get used to, as a pitcher, you're going to field a lot of these balls and turn, especially if it's hit pretty hard. You're going to turn, and there's not going to be someone just like that standing on the bag. And sometimes you're going to have to just feed the ball to the bag and kind of lead the shortstop a little bit. So you want to kind of work on that. And it's good for the middle guys too, because they're going to be on the run, and they're going to have to field the ball sometimes on the run. They're not always going to be able to just get there and set up. And so, just again, trying to make it as game-like as you can. This play is really easy if you just go through it 50% and you stand on the bag, but that's not how it's going to be in the game. Again, we're looking for a chest-high throw, get it up so the guy can handle it. If you're going to miss, I'd rather miss high than low. It's tough to turn a double play once the ball gets around your waist or below. So right after that, now we go some bunts here, where we're going to work on getting the lead runner at third. And so we have our third baseman, kind of just like in our bunt defense, they're going to kind of be in on the grass, and they're going to read it. Once they realize the ball's bunted to the pitcher, they retreat, and then they'll work on either force plays or tag plays. So sometimes they'll work on first and second. They're going to get back and stretch like a first baseman would. Sometimes they're going to get back and they're going to straddle the bag, and they're going to put down a tag. And so they're just switching it up on their own. So my camera work here doesn't get third base. I'll fast forward here a little bit. So we just go through a couple times each with all of our guys. Okay. And then after we've done that, now we'll do some 1-2-3s. So they'll feel it, they'll set their feet, or they'll kick it over there. And if they mess up, we try to get them to stay with it and always try to finish the play. So, a lot of times at practice, look at this. They just threw 2 balls at me at the same time. That's messed up right there. Jeez Louise. So, a lot of times when you see guys practicing this stuff, you'll see, they miss a ball and they're just like, hit me another one, coach. So we try to get the guys to stay with it, play it like it's a game. In a game, you have to work on recovering when you miss a ball. And so, again, trying to just make it game-like as much as possible. You miss it, stick with it, get the out at first, just like you would in the game. Don't give up on the play. So yeah, I tried to go almost too quick again. Important thing is stay under control and make sure of one. We always tell the guys, sometimes when there's a double play, the first guy touches the ball, sometimes will try to turn the double play by themselves to try to go so quick that they'll end up messing up by either being too quick and missing the ball or being too quick and not giving a good throw. And so your job is to get the first out and let the guy that's receiving the throw, let him get the next out. Let him complete the double play. So we'll go through that. Again, I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. Oh, now we'll go. Whoops. So now after that, we'll go through that a few times. And now we'll go some squeeze plays. And this one, again, is a little bit of a condensed version. Usually we go probably a little bit longer. I think we only did one squeeze play, and we had kind of a little bit of a shorter practice today. I'm on the field a lot lately. I'm playing a bunch of games, so. And then once we go through this, again, I think today we're done after this one. Safe, we lose. There it is. So, that's a quick version of our PFP. Again, we try to cover as many game situations as the pitcher is going to get. And we'll do this, we go over our PFPs every single practice. I think it's really, really important, especially for a team like ours where we have all pitcher onlys. So none of our pitchers. We have, I think, a couple guys that could throw that play positions, but no one has thrown this year really. It's been all pitcher only. I think we have maybe eight guys on the staff, something like that. So, important to get them touching the baseball and making sure that they're staying crisp and clean with their fielding mechanics and their throws to all the bases. So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this with all your friends. Give us a thumbs up. Appreciate that. Also, check out our Instagram page, Antonelli Baseball. Check out our Twitter feed, Matt299. In the description box below, I put a bunch of books that I think are pretty good books, covering the mental game, really covering all different topics. I put different books in there. Books I've been reading lately or I've read in the past that I find useful. Also put some training tools in there for you guys to check out. And also, if you want to do any work, let me know. Check out our website, AntonelliBaseball.com. You shoot me an email. I'm working with players all the time. So just shoot me a message. That's all I got for today, fellas. Appreciate you watching. Good luck to you guys. Good luck with the rest of your seasons. And we will talk to you later.